Good morning, everyone. So today, Friday again, and we are, experience coldness. Okay, whether you love cold or not, just there it is. Okay, okay. So we're going to start our walking meditation. So just a reminder, when we are walking, whether it is a slow pace or a normal one, then you can focus on your breathing or the steps that you are taking. Okay, so let us start. Walk my way. You may stay where you are and be mindful on your breathing. Okay, so let us turn to the Buddha, and we are going to pay respect to the Buddha by taking three full bows. Half bow first. Okay, so let us sit down, and I'm going to pull my mic forward a little bit. Yep. Okay. So before you go, you see straight, can kind of like swaying your body to adjust yourself to the best position. Take away your eyeglasses, your watch. See straight through your spine. Shoulders relax. Eyes closed, or you may remain half opened. So take 3 deep breaths, fresh air in, breathe out all of your stress. After taking 3 deep breaths, let us relax ourselves from head to toe. So relax your scalp, your forehead, and your eyebrows. Relax your eyes and nose. Relax your cheeks and lips. Relax your ears and down to your neck and shoulders. Relax your arms and all the way down to your fingertips. Relax your chest and abdomen. Relax your back and your lower back. Relax your legs and all the way down to your toes. Now we have relaxed ourselves from head to toe. Now we are going to do it one more time. And this time we're going to do it from outside in. So relax your hair and your skin. Relax your muscles, your nerves, and your blood vessels. Relax your bones and your joints. Relax your inner organs and your brain. Now we are in a deep relaxation state, and it is the best time for us to do the meditative concentration. So what we are doing is mindful breathing. You can just be mindful on your breath. So each breath you take in and out, you should be mindful. So when you breathe in, you can check on how deep the air can reach you. When breathe out, you can see how long or how short your breath is. So there is another techniques for you to get focused. It's called breath counting. So we're counting alongside when we're breathing. So it is kind of like a method for us to get focused. So taking breathing in and out as a breathing cycle. So we count numbers for every cycle. So for example, count 1 for the first cycle, breathing cycle, then count 2 to the next, and count 3 to the following breathing cycle. So you can count up from 1 up to 5, then you can start all over from counting 1. Or if you want to challenge yourself, you can count up to 10. Okay, so this is another techniques. So whether which you use, it is the way for you to be mindful. Okay, so let us try that and practice it. So let us be mindful. You may open your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, fresh air in, and breathe out all of your stress. After taking 3 deep breaths, we can move our body and sway our body to the sides. Bend forward, backward. Then turn. And rub your hands until it gets warm. Cover your eyes with your hands. Roll your eyes. Then rub your face. So gently. And massage your ears. Or you can pull your ears. And comb your head. And massage your neck. Then down to your shoulders. And rub your hands again. And put your palms against your lower back and rub it. Okay, then you can release your legs and massage it. Okay, so I'm going to pull myself forward to the mic so you can hear me better. Last time or last week we talked about the 5 precepts, right? Okay, so but we have it was just something that I would like to talk about because there are an upcoming event, and this event is the 5 precept and refuge ceremony. Right? So it will be, the actual ceremony will be held in the headquarters, and it will be streaming to the to our temple. Okay, so everyone will come back to our temple, then do the 5 precepts ceremony. And for those who would like to do the refuge, then actually you can do it in your home through Zoom. Okay, so that is like an advancement because we never done this before, and at the same time like in the headquarters and in the branch temples. Uh, so all of the branch temples of the America, that means that includes Canada, United States, and South America. Right? All of us will be, doing the ceremony at the same time. Right? So there, even though we will see just a few people in here, the temple, St. Louis, okay, but actually, there are more people with us, right? Say, just participating the ceremony, the same ceremony at the same time. Okay, so this is something that we can't imagine, right? Before, like before live streaming has been being popular, or being used as as a mean, right? Okay, so I think that we are really really fortunate to be born, or to be in the world that is technically advanced. Okay, because that even we are not in some other places, we still can get the information uh, of around the world, right? That happens around the world. I know there are bad news and also good news. Hey, so but we never kind of like uh, want to just hide away. Okay, but actually my master said the world is half and half, right? Okay, there are half of the bad, half of the good, but which direction or which part we are taking and embracing, right? That is something that we have to uh, know and learn, right? Okay, so today we are going to continue on some of the core ideas of the Anatman and the Sunyata. Okay, so I know this sounds like it burns in your head, right? Okay, then, and it's kind of like a blow. You were blown off. It's like a blown off, but just because this is really an ideas, or this is a teachings that uh, that needed to be contemplated with, right? With some other method to support it, then you will get the conclusion of sunyata and as well as atman, right? So when we're talking about sunyata and emptiness, we are not denying the world that we are existing right now, or we are living right now, right? uh, but in the other hand, we are kind of like, yes, right, we are confirming there the world, right? There is house we're living, people we're dealing with, right? Right. And food we're eating, right? Car we own, right? But why does it how does it come from, right? Or how does a house made of, right? Why it is like this, right? Not like that, right? There are causes and effect that support the arising of some phenomena, right? We call it dharma, right? Some phenomena. Okay. Phenomena means that it is material things, right? Like house, car, people, right? And there are also some phenomena that is much more abstract, right? Okay, like stock market, right? Okay, you can see the numbers, okay, unless you do the purchase, and you sell off all the stocks, right? Then you get money. That is something that it is real. But for when you're investing in your stock in the stock market, right, actually it is pure numbers, right? Okay, so something like this, kind of like very abstract, like science. There are certain theories that is using mathematics to get the conclusion. So this is something that is using some method to get the conclusion, right? And of course there are something that can be proven, and there are something not yet, right? Okay, so we don't really know what science really, kind of like, okay, there is a story, there's a theory, but is this theory enough to support the, it is really tells the truth of the world, right? Okay, anyway, that is just an example that of the phenomena that is very abstract, right? Okay. Uh, so there are causes to make a certain phenomena, appearing or arising, right? This is something that we call arising and the successing. Okay, arising of a phenomena and the succession of the phenomena. Okay, so when we see that, okay, this is the continuation of this kind of, there are a lot of things, right? And I think that we can see it every day. Right? For example, right now it is cold. Maybe there are a cold front, right? Okay, so coming somewhere, right? Okay, so we know that we get cold because there are a cold front from somewhere, maybe from the North Pole, or somewhere else. Okay, so that there is a cause, right? So when we are seeing that the succession and the arising and then success, right, then we know that actually there is no, as I said in the previous talk, right, there is no we believe, or Buddhist believes, or the Buddha taught us, right, that there is no such a supernatural power or a superpower that make these things work, right? But instead it is those things, those causes, right, that gathers together make it possible, right? So if it is so much of known or unknown things that supports an arising of a phenomena, then how can we say that there is a true self, or there is a, we something that, a person, or I don't know how to say that, a subject or an entity, okay? An entity, specific entity that controls it, right? So that is called sunyata. Okay. So actually, when we are seeing the existence of everything, actually we know there must be a sunyata, right? That make these, like success arising, and then maybe the abiding of these phenomena, right? Okay, like the house, right? It is still strong, like the temple structure, right? It is still strong, but we know that because maybe the weather, because of there is, if there is no one taking care of it, it will go bad or easily, right? Okay, so it should be being cared routinely. So if it is, well maintained, the building will last longer, right? But if it is, kind of like, like, we don't know how to deal with, like leaking or something, oh, let it be, right? And then the building will be, not really, it will be in bad shape. Okay, so that is also the cause, right? Okay, the causing of the deterioration, okay, of the phenomena, right? Okay, so arising, then there is a time that that the phenomena is still there, right? But things falling apart, right? Okay, because the weather. That just taking an example of the house, the weather, the old the aging of the materials, right? And then at a certain point, the house needs to be maybe abandoned, or be torn down, okay, torn down, and then maybe you are going to have a new house, right? Okay, so that is something we know, right? And actually, this is the complete uh, appearance, okay, or how to say that, okay? So actually, we are seeing sunyata without aware of it. Right? So this process actually is sunyata. Right? Okay, so let us talk about something. Ooh. Anatman. Okay, so if the phenomena outside the world, right, people, it is outside our world, is already in the law of causality. So how about us, the people, right? Okay, human beings or living beings, right? The creatures that we see, right? The lives, living beings, right? Okay, maybe it's insects, animals, or even human beings, right? So that is also, it's called, maybe it's also, we can see the sunyata in it, right? But because human beings are, very unique, we have developed something, some sort of identity, right? Okay, so the Buddha actually had something to say about our how to, how we build up our identity. Okay, so if the identity we call self, right? Okay, like, oh, this is myself, right? This is mine, that is mine, right? Okay, so that is a formation of a self, a process of formation of the self. And actually, that is the reason that we still survive, right? Okay, because if you don't know, oh, this is my hand, right? Oh, this is my arm, it's my feet, right? I'll get hurt. I'll feel hurt if someone, if I happen to cut myself, right? Okay, so, or I burn myself and I have to keep away from it, right? Keep away from that danger, right? So this is a mechanism for us to survive in this world. Okay, so that makes a very, very, like, it is something. Okay, so let us talk about the mechanism first. Okay, so this mechanism was, kind of like, or has already been, functioning since we were born since when we were born, when we were born. Okay, so when we were born, like we have eyes, we have nose, right? We have the five senses, right? We have the five organs to serve as a medium of communicating ourselves with the outer world, right? And so there is something called the fight or fright, right? Like, if there is a danger, whether you are going to fight it or you're going to, kind of like run away from it, right? Okay, fight or fright. Okay, so and this is the mean, or we can say it is the only way for us to communicate ourselves with the outer world. Okay, so and this communication, through this communication, we were kind of like has already have built up uh, something that is called the identity, right? Okay, so for example, if I eat something, then it really, kind of like uh, that I think that is tasty, right? And then I will get kind of like, oh, I want to have another one, right? But if it is kind of like, right, not good, right? We'll just get away from it, right? Right. But but it turns out very interesting. Okay. So, for example, uh, taking an example of cilantro. Okay, I know there are some people don't like cilantro. They think that it is so nasty, smells bad, tastes bad. Okay, and not not to mention to swallow it, right? Okay, to be in your system, right? Okay, but for some people, cilantro is whoa, right? Okay, so like wow, it adds up the flavor of of the food, right? Like it adds up some layers of the taste, right? Okay, so you can there are a lot of description of it, right? If you love it, oh, right, right. But there are some, like kind of like a medical uh, research on someone who doesn't like cilantro. I believe that if I didn't make it wrong, right? And actually, for those who think that cilantro is smells bad and tastes bad, that is because there are some DNA defection or there are something wrong with their DNA, and then from their smell and from their taste they have generated uh, a, a sense that the herb of this called cilantro is very very nasty. So actually it is in itself already bad because of their DNA. Okay, so that is that is quite quite of discovery about someone hates cilantro or someone loves cilantro. That is because there are a difference between in their DNAs. Okay, so or I don't know what happened, but it is just kind of like a biological things, right? Okay, so before, so this is kind of like a misunderstanding of people hate cilantro. So so it when I read this news and I was kind of like being pulled back by my memory, and I was kind of like convincing my other sister nun who think that cilantro is really really bad. Okay, so it's not it's not swallowable. I don't know how to say that. You want to swallow, but it's really right. Okay, so she's not able to swallow or smell or even smell the cilantro. So sometimes she will be kind of like picking up all the cilantro. Okay, I think that is the least that she can do, because when talking about the monkhood or the being living in monastic, you have to not being picky, right? Okay, so I was kind of like convincing her to to eat, right? And and when I found out that there are biological difference, then it's kind of like, oh, that was a misunderstanding of those group that really doesn't like cilantro. Okay, so when we talk about our six senses, right, then there are sometimes, okay, even without our awareness, okay, there are already we think that it is true, right? Okay, what we see, okay, what we hear, what we smell, what we taste, or what we feel are first-hand experience. Right? So the first-hand experience never been wrong, right? But Like, taking the example of these cilantro things, like, then I think there are, maybe we have to have, we have to think think twice. Okay, so the Buddha actually talk about it by taking an example of if there are some eye problem, right? Like, there are some eye problem, like if you have some eye problem, then you lost the vision of maybe 50% of your vision, right? Then actually when you see it, you can only, there are only 50% of the view that you see, right? Then that will not, that will not represent the whole world to you, right? To you personally, right? But for those who have a normal vision, they can see everything, they can turn around, like, right? Okay, then okay, maybe they can clearly see the world, right? Okay, so the Buddha take this example, right? Okay. And also he has taken about and something, for example, like a mirage, right? When we see it, it is so true, but actually it is just, some reflection of a city from the other direction in the desert, right? And sometimes when we are driving in a hot summer day on a road, okay, you will see there are the road are steaming, right? But when you get on, and actually you can see the steam, right? Or the distortion of that. So that is also an illusion. So actually, when we say what we see, what we perceive, okay, is very true, then we have to take, and kind of like, we have to think twice, because uh, in a scientific way of there are a lot of proofs, right? And from the Buddha's point of view, this may not be true. This may not be as true as you think. Okay, then if it is not true, then that is the thing that then it will be. We will move on the second step of 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 some reflections, or something, some contemplation being taught by the Buddha. What we are going to do, if we know that what we perceive may not be true as we think they are. Okay, so maybe next time we're going to talk about it. This one, okay, the next step that we are going to do. Okay, I think that it is not the end of the world, right? Okay, okay. So actually, maybe we are seeing things, but we know it is not true. Okay, or it is not as true as we perceive, right? Or we think they really are. Okay, so what we are going to do, and this is a very, very interesting thing, right? And actually the Buddha kind of like gradually lead us to his conclusion of Anatman. Okay, so we are going to like take a 5 minutes break. Then we're going to proceed to the second meditation session. Right? So if it is not true as it seems, or it appears to be. Okay. So I kind of like, what happened to my mind? What happened to my English? Okay. So if it is not as true as what it appears to be, okay, then what you are going to do? Okay. And so for the following sessions, we're going to kind of like meditate, okay, and then let us observe, right, our perceptions, right? Then to see if it is really, really, kind of like, does this really, really tell us taught us lessons on when we are observing our ourselves. Okay, so I'll see you in no. Okay, we're going to go to be back at 10, like 11:10. Okay, so let us stand up. Okay, let's half bow. Okay, so I will see you in 4 minutes. Okay. It's a break for you to take water, go to restrooms, or even you can walk, like meditate. Okay, so see you. Okay, everyone, come back. Okay, so let us, okay, get on our cushion again. Okay, we will be having a relatively short period of meditation. Oops. Okay, so please be reminded to be mindful on your breathing. So let us be mindful. You may open your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Fresh air in, breathe out all of your stress. And after taking 3 deep breaths, we can do the transitional warm down exercise. Okay, so now, so do you have any thought that comes in you that occupies for a long time while you while you meditate? Okay, yeah, I think for me, okay, when I was mentioned about the cilantro, right? Okay, so I have talked about my case of persuading another sister monk, a sister nun, to eat the cilantro. And so after that, after learning that's the fact of the cilantro, and then I will be kind of like, okay, I was so sorry. Okay, so actually, maybe next time when I meet her, I will apply, do my sincere apology to her. Okay, so see, that is the ignorance. Okay, but you know, we learn, right? Okay, so if we learn more, we know things more, then there are. There are a possibility for us to get a better choice, right? Or to be more compassion toward other people, right? Okay, so I think this is very important when we know that there are something that we see but may not be very true that it seems or it seems to be, then we know what to do. So we won't get, too attached to it, right? Right. Because that is not true. Okay. Or we will not, kind of like hold on to it too much and, be too firm on ourselves, right? Because we really, the perception, even though we sees, we smells, we taste, we speak, right? We feel, right? Okay. But it might went wrong. So for the Buddha's, so actually Buddha, when he was talking about the six sense organ, so your eyes, mouth, nose, right? Okay, such six sense organ. He had a synonym, or he called them six. It's the empty. You're in the empty village that has, or an abandoned village that has a lot of thieves. Right? I forgot that term. Band. Okay. Okay, so I really forgot that term. Okay, so who robs, right? Okay, so the person who robs, right? Okay, so I think that it starts with B, bandit. Okay, okay, so I think that is something. Okay, so an abandoned village that has a lot of bandit, and so so we really cannot fully depend on it. Okay, but what's next? Okay, so what lead us to the next steps, right? I think that this is also very, very curious to us, right? Okay, so we will talk about it in our next uh, meditation. Okay, so now we are going to end this meditation. So we're expecting next one. Okay, in the future. Not living in the present moment. Okay, so let us stand up. Okay. Okay, so let us thank the Buddha and all the good causes and conditions that make this meditation possible. Okay, so thank you for being with me for the meditation. And thank you, Carla. Okay, so Min Chen and Sasha. Sashi, sorry, Sasha. Sashi. Okay, so I will see you next time. Bye bye.